Today we're gonna break down my trip to Mexico and Colombia. So if we scroll down and we reach Mexico and Colombia, September 23rd through November 10th, 2018. We're gonna go ahead and hit that. And you could tell right here that I walked 100 miles and I flew 6,764 miles. So down here we could see that I left California, I crossed the border onto Mexico, Mexicali, and from Mexicali I flew to Guadalajara. So right here on the 24th we could see that I walked and I rode a bicycle through Guadalajara. Amazing experience. I have a full video of the bicycle ride. So you want to see the bicycle ride in the city of Guadalajara, you could see it on my channel and it is pretty cool. So the 25th, a little bit more of Guadalajara, and that was the last day actually in Guadalajara, just 2 days in Guadalajara. On the 26th, we flew from Guadalajara to Mexico City. Mexico City, I got to experience a lot of the city on the 27th. And then the 28th, I went a little bit further south, which is pretty cool. Then 29th, a little bit more of the city. 30th, even more south, which was pretty cool. They have a lot of nature down south in Mexico, especially if you go to Mexico City. South of Mexico City, you can see a lot of nature. Then the first was when I went to the pyramids of Teotihuacan. That was an amazing experience. And something that I kind of feel bad for is that it was a free experience because the person that sold us our tickets forgot to charge us. So we got tickets for free. And that was simply because we were conversating with the salesperson. And at the end, I guess he just forgot to charge us. And I got to go to Teotihuacan for free. And that package included a package with Turibus, which meant that we could hop on in a bus and go anywhere in the city for 2 days for free. It was cool. I loved it, enjoyed it. The next day, October 2nd, I flew to Colombia. I landed in Bogota, the capital of Colombia. I spent a few days in Bogota. It was cool. I enjoyed it. A lot of traffic. I wasn't a fan of the traffic, but the city itself was amazing. So after Bogota, I actually took a bus ride to Medellin. I wanted to experience the city, so I decided to go by bus instead of flying. I saved a little bit of money, and I saw the rural areas between Bogota and Medellin. It was an amazing sight, and I got to experience more about the local culture, and it was just incredible. Then Medellin, I obviously got to know the city quite a bit. Then I spent another day there, and just like that, another day. So I got to see a lot of Medellin. I walked a lot on the night, 9.2 miles. I enjoy walking when I go to new cities. It's just amazing. Yo, I got 7% battery life. Like 3 hours walking towards my place. You see the lights? You see the lights over there? That's Medellin. That's where I'm staying. And I'm like outside of Medellin right now. And I have 7%. My Uber just canceled on me. And I requested another Uber, but my internet sucks in Colombia. So it loads very, very, very slowly. And if I don't get an Uber here, I'm gonna have to walk that. I'm gonna walk all the way over there, which I think it's gonna be pretty badass, to be honest. But I don't think I should risk it. The 10th, I went up to Bello, which is north of Medellin, and I went to this a local bar club kind of thing. and it was mostly locals in that area, so it was crazy. I experienced the atmosphere in Medellin with just nothing but locals, and I loved it. Then the 11th, I traveled all the way to the opposite side, which is south of Medellin. I walked 5.1 miles, 29 miles ride. That was a crazy experience. I'm not gonna get into it because it's long and I don't want to make this boring. But that was one of the best days I had. Crazy days. I was trying to get Ubers at 3 in the morning and they were canceling on me because they said I was in the worst part of town and Ubers usually don't service that area. So
I think I accidentally joined a march.
it was crazy. I just the next day, since I walked so much the day before, I just rested in the area that I was staying in, because the next day I went to Guatape. Guatape, I stayed there the weekend, the 14th. I just walked around the area. It's a small town, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful town.
Well, beautiful town. Check this out, man. All the houses are like this. There's a fight about to break out. They're still trying to hold them back. And the other guy is somewhere inside over here. So.
And then from Guatape, I flew to Cartagena. I decided to fly to Cartagena to save myself some time and because flying was cheaper than taking the bus to that city. I don't know why, but that's how it was. So I was in Cartagena. I went to Boca Grande, which is a tourist area, but I did not stay in the tourist area. I stayed in Manga, a little bit cheaper place to stay and more local, but still at walking or driving distance to the tourist areas or whatnot. So I was mainly in the Ciudad Murada, which is a very, very cool place in Cartagena. The 28th, the 20th of October, I believe I got sick.
5 cuadras y ya estoy en la casa. Ahorita llego.
So I stayed mostly in Manga. Then the next day I was feeling well, so I went and walked again. And then 22nd, same thing. 23rd was my birthday. So I don't know what I did, but I know it was cool because I was in Colombia. And then I went to Santa Marta, also by bus. So I traveled by bus from Cartagena to Santa Marta. We did a pit stop in Barranquilla, and it was cool. It was amazing. I loved it. I got to experience a lot of rural poverty in Colombia. It was crazy, the scenes out there, but every country has its bad sides, right? Then in Santa Marta, I didn't travel too much outside of the main area. I was a little bit tired by this time. I was enjoying the beach, just the waterfront, everything. It was just nice being there, walking around a few miles. And I met some people that were staying there, so I didn't have to move further out. I was having fun. I was enjoying the time, and I enjoyed it.
Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that dog, man. He's all chill. I met a new friend. Look who's here. Hey, I got something. Hey. Look who's back. Ah, you gave me your hand. I didn't even ask for it. You're a good dog. You're a good dog, boy. Oh, give me your hand again.
From Santa Marta on the 28th of October, I went back down, pit stop close to Bucaramanga, and then from Bucaramanga to Medellin again because I love Medellin so much. I had 1 week free that I hadn't planned anything while in Colombia, and I wanted just to plan it when I was there and when I knew more about the country. So I decided to go back to Medellin, and I went to Parque Arvi. That's the little park right here on the top right that you see. And it's pretty cool. I liked it, I enjoyed it. It's like a national park, I believe. And then 31st, I traveled to a little bit of south of Medellin. I think it was maybe Pueblito Paisa or something like that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, November 1st, I went to El Poblado, which is like the bar area, the tourist area, the destination where all the tourists go to in Medellin.
This guy is saying he's Conor McGregor's brother.
Go, go, go!
Look at that. Is he?
I stayed far from that area because when I travel, I like to stay with locals. So it's cheaper and you get to experience the country a little bit better. So after that, I went back to Bogota because my flight was gonna come out of Bogota again. And once I was in Bogota, I stayed there a few days, and I was just enjoying the city, kind of like enjoying the area that I was in, walking around, getting to know the locals. And I didn't do a lot of moving around except for this day, the 6th. I did a little more moving around in Bogota. The 7th, I just walked to wherever I was going, and then eventually we came back to Mexico City just to get a flight to Mexicali and then cross the border over to Calexico, and then that's where I hitched a ride and I made it back to El Centro, California. So this trip was from September 23rd all the way to November 10th. Amazing trip, amazing destinations, a lot of cities, a lot of fun. It was enjoyable, loved it. I am gonna do something like this again, and I hope it happens soon.